All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 40 of the Do Epic Shit Today podcast. I am here with Katie. Hello, Katie.
Hi, you all right?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, all right. So, bit of background. I, like many others, and will own this title to the end. I am the creeper that slid into the Instagram DMs and was like, Katie, you're inspiring as shit. I'd love to have on the podcast. I want to talk about running, discipline, pushing yourself, all the fun things. But one of the concepts that stuck out to me on your page was that you lead it with kind of spreading the joy of running, which I find is a really important topic, personally.
Yeah, definitely. I think the page is all about like sharing my journey, but also like just trying to show people that it is enjoyable. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to do it. There's no nobody's forcing you. Like you get to do it, and it's like yeah, just spreading the love, spreading the joy.
Yeah. So, for those, you probably noticed an accent. So, where are you joining us from, Katie?
Yeah, so I'm joining you from Rochdale, which is in Greater Manchester. In England. So yeah, very different accent, and I can only apologise. But
What? No, it sounds awesome. I think American accents, we have like the so monotone, so boring. It's just one line. I don't know. But so before you got into running, there was obviously a passion for sports. So I did, again, creeper vibes. I did go on your Instagram, I Googled, I wanted to know more about you because it's obviously apparent that you're an athlete. So you have a passion for football, also known as the American version of soccer. So talk to me about this because you are a project lead with Football Beyond Borders, and then you're also a football coach for England Talent Pathway. So talk to me about the football realm.
yeah, so football's always been a massive passion for me. My brother played, and it was kind of watching him, and then trying to find a girls' team, and there was none until it was a little bit older. So I was
Hmm.
always like playing up a few years, and then I got into a team, got into academies, and I played at City, like under 17s. Sorry, Manchester City, at under 17s, and then I got released. I moved to like the Women's National League, which is like Huddersfield Town, and then it was Burnley Women, and then I stopped playing from there, and moved into coaching. So I went on to coaching, started with like young girls, and then last year I was managing Merseyrail ladies, who play in the National League. So it was the same league that I was previously playing in.
Hmm.
Um, so for those who know what it is, I've got my UEFA B, and I was hoping to get onto my UEFA A license, but I've kind of took a little step back from coaching football.
Hmm.
I still coach, but a lot less regularly. So I used to coach 2 evenings a week, sometimes three, and uh, Sunday was match day. So that was the majority of my week took up, as well as working full time. Um, so my life was football. My full time job is in football, but that was like my part time evening work. So I took a little bit of a backseat and started pushing towards like trying to establish myself as a runner and as an athlete more. So I still coach
Yeah.
England Talent Pathway, which is on Friday evenings, and it's the girls who are in the top five of their academy. So if you are the best under 14, 15, or 16, and you're in the Northwest and you're hoping to get that all important call up to England, then we kind of put sessions on for them to try and help them get that call up, and like refine their like technical ability in football. Um, yeah, so that's where I'm at with coach.
Jeez.
But I fell
Yeah.
out of football playing, and that was when I continued to eat like a footballer. Uh,
Ugh.
I continued to eat like I was training 6 days a week when I wasn't, and that's when I kind of got to the point of putting all that weight on, and that was the start of my
Love the running.
journey, really. Yeah.
Yeah. This is totally a dumb cultural question. Would you say football in England is like your guys's focus sport? What's like your, because I know it's, yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
figured.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I don't really know what ours is. I mean, probably football, like the American, but
America as well. When I was in college and I was leaving college, I was waiting to go to America to do like 4 years scholarship. And I like got a place and everything, and then I just like bottled it, and I was like, nah, I'm not going. I'm not going. I don't want to go.
yeah,
And as you said at the start, like everything happens for a reason. So I feel like
yeah,
it wasn't the right thing for me to do, and I made the right choice, and I love my job now. And yeah, I'm happy with the fact that I didn't.
yeah,
I'm comfortable with it.
yeah. So you had an opportunity to come play like in college for 4 years on like a scholarship.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. So I played my thought of what I've gathered, I played Division 1 basketball, and it was such a and I don't think it's like that for everyone, but because you are doing your sport day in, day out, every morning, every day, 8 hours a day, you start to lose the love of the game. I don't
yeah,
think everyone is like this. I think, but I have heard people who will not take those scholarships because the love of this sport is more important, or they'll do Division 2 or Division 3 because they want to love their sport at the end, which I think you're looking back now, you're still a coach and you're still involved in the football community. So
yeah.
interesting.
I
Okay.
think it was
Yeah.
more I loved the sport
Yeah.
so much, but I didn't love playing it enough.
Mm.
Because when we were seeing these, it was I think it was Ohio, and they sent me like a provisional timetable, and I was like, no, I'm not getting up at that time to do football. Like I but now running, I'll get up whenever you want me to get up.
Yeah.
So it's obvious that the passion wasn't there for it.
Yeah.
Um, because I didn't want to. I didn't want
Yeah.
to do.
Same. Same. I mean, I before I am, it's like you got to be freaking kidding me. Holy
Mhm.
shit. No way. Um Okay, so then from football, you mentioned you stopped playing and then you gained weight, which was one of the initial reasons why you started running in the first place.
Yeah.
So, what was the click moment when you're like, all right, enough is enough. I need to turn it around. I want to move my body and let's do it by running. What did that look like? Because that's super interesting.
Yeah, my parents are both runners,
Okay.
um, and my brother wouldn't admit it, but he's a talented runner too. But he's one of them annoying ones that doesn't wear a watch and doesn't care. He just goes out, runs an amazing time, and then is like, "No, I'm never doing a race." Like he's
Yeah.
amazing, but he just doesn't really care that he's
Yeah.
amazing. So my parents are both runners, and I was getting to a very unhealthy point. I'm right now I'm 5 stone 3 pounds down, so um, it was like a lot of weight that I've lost, and it was
Mhm.
probably the moment my mum said as a joke, like um, she kept making hints that I didn't move at all, and I was like,
Subtle.
yeah, I was very much like, oh no, like I will, and then I saw a sign. I saw a sign on the road, and it was like, "Do you have tingling fingers? Maybe you have diabetes." And I was looking at it, and I was like, "I do. I do have tingling fingers." And then I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to search it." And then all these symptoms of type 2 diabetes, I was like, I have all of these, and I like threw everything, like went out the door, and I like went on a run. I did 16 minutes, and then
Okay.
was um like I was like throwing up like on the side of the road. It was embarrassing. But I was like, right, I'm gonna walk home, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. And then I got up the next day and I tried again. And yeah, I tried my best to go with my mum and with my auntie and with anybody who liked to run, and struggled to keep up.
Mhm.
They did around 10-minute miles, but I was really struggling to like even stay with them for 3 miles. And there's this one hill at the bottom of my road that like now I'm not bothered about, but I used to stop my watch and walk up it and then start my watch again. And I always remember it because like every time I run up it now, I'm like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
it's not even a hill, it's an incline, like just about an incline. So yeah, it was
Oh
really
man.
saying like you need to start moving. And then this one sign at the side of the road, and I was like,
Oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah. And that
That's
was it.
crazy.
I was on a mission to just be healthy. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to be healthy and
Uh-huh.
feel confident to not wear huge clothes and like yeah, and edit
Yeah.
pictures. Like I just wanted to be confident.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of that too is there's the outward appearance, but you want to feel good. No one likes not feeling good. So how long was this when you first started? Was it 2020?
It was 2021.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it was the very start of 2021, um, where I was like, wow, I need to sort myself out. So
Whoa.
I
So
started and then entered a marathon, which was just crazy.
that's
I
the
was
best way to do it.
I was like, I need something to motivate
Yeah.
me. And just the thought of paying like £60 and losing it was enough for me to be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So let me get this straight. So you started doing this in 2021, and it is now almost the end of 2023, and you just PB'd a 127 marathon.
Yeah,
Dude, that is impressive.
thank you.
Holy shit. Like that is not a lot. That is a massive holy crap. I
Yeah.
hope you give like yourself a pat on the back for that cuz that's impressive. That just shows some serious freaking discipline, like getting after it. Damn. Wow, moment of silence. Holy shit. I'm too
Yes.
stunned to speak.
Yeah, it's been a wild journey, and it's been for and the thing is like nobody who knew me in like secondary school, high school
Mhm.
would really know that how much it took because I was quite sporty in school, and I was
Yeah.
like, so people who, especially at this Rochdale 10K, because it's a very local one, Rochdale half marathon this weekend. It's a really local one, so I saw a lot of faces that I recognised who probably just think, "Oh yeah, she used to do football. No wonder she's good at running." And it's like
Yeah.
actually like it's been a big journey, and
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
so
crazy. Wow. And you said so going into this because I emailed you or slid into the DMs prior to your running event, and you're like, I think I'm gonna PB. Can we wait
mhm.
till afterwards? And you told like what was it before? What was your previous time to then now?
1 hour 40. Yeah,
And you just got a 127?
yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. I bet you were are you still kind of on cloud nine or are you just like let's get to the next one?
Um, yeah, I'm probably still a little bit on cloud nine.
Yeah.
I've done a little shakeout run and I feel okay, so I'm looking forward to getting back to training. Because I
Yeah.
feel a bit like I've not done anything yesterday or today, and I just feel a little
A little
um
uneasy.
yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
ready to do something,
Yeah.
but also just trying to really prioritize my recovery because I feel like it's just something that we all choose to ignore. And just really trying to be mindful in my recovery and also in the just sitting and being proud of myself.
Yeah.
Because I am that person that's like, right, okay, yep, done. Okay, what should I do next? What should I do next? Like, what is my next thing? And actually, I just want to
Mhm.
take a minute to be proud of myself, yeah, and just be
That's awesome.
happy with it, yeah.
So we were chatting prior. So because of the time that you had, actually, let me back up. So on the last mile, because I think this is when you're like 12 miles in, you've got one more to go, your body is screaming at you to stop. And that's actually when you're supposed to like put the hammer down. Like that's when you're supposed to like accelerate and like empty the tank. What are your thoughts in your brain? Like what's going on up there?
Um, oh God, in the half in May. That half marathon where I did 140, my body wanted me to stop. Like I just wanted to stop
Hmm.
that last mile, and it was an awful half marathon because it was loops. It was just
Oh,
really painful. It was like 4 loops, and I was like, "Who has created this?"
I've done this before.
And there was like a hill as well, so you knew about it every time. It was awful. Um, but that one, I really had to dig deep in the last few miles. Where this weekend, my mindset was just so like I know exactly what I'm doing. And when I got to the last mile, I knew it was downhill from there because I live close and I've done a
Okay.
recce. I did a recce at the start of my training, like 16 weeks ago. I did a quick little recce of the run, ran around it,
Yeah.
got to know the route, and I knew that the last mile was all downhill. So I was like, let's go. Let's go. Um, but yeah, I think the worst part of that race was like mile 4, where I hit a
Oh,
wall
really?
and I was like, I've overcooked it. I've overcooked this. Like who do you think you are? Like, and I was like looking right and left. I was like, look at that man. Why are you trying to keep up with him? Look at him. And I was going mad. Like I was going insane. And then mile 5 came, and I was like, okay, no, I'm all right. I'm fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I needed a quick check in at that point, and I was like, oh my god. It was really hot as well. It's October and it's England. Like why it
Yeah.
has no business being 25 degrees. Like it was
Shit.
really warm.
Oh my God. I think if there's a point in a race where you're not questioning your entire life, like, who do you think you are? Like,
Yeah.
you're not doing the race right. Like, I always say that, like, well, I mean, it's so hard. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's the whole point. Like, you're supposed to be questioning your entire life choice on this run. That's the
Yeah.
whole point.
And if especially on like a marathon or like yeah, honestly, I was really questioning like why am I trying to go this fast? Like who are you? And that like
Uh-huh.
completely contrasted my mantra for that race as well
Yeah.
because my mantra for that race was I'm fit, fast, and meant to be here. Um, and like I was saying in my head, like I'm meant to be here, and then like who the fuck do you think?
I
And then
know.
like I'm meant to be here, and then like who
Yeah.
do you think you are? And like I was just going like
Yeah.
backwards and forwards in my head.
Yeah. And I think that's where like you just have to hang in there. You just have to like tell that like voice, and it's so hard because you have so much going on, like your body's telling you to stop, it's telling you to slow down. So like to have them enough energy to like try to control your mind while your body's in pain is also part of the challenge because if you
Yeah,
just hang in there, it's fine. Like you said, you hit mile 5, it was like, I'm good. I
yeah,
am meant to be here. But
yeah.
fuck, mile 4, that's early for that to happen. You must have
It
been
was.
cooking.
Yeah, I think I just um that first mile was my fastest mile, apart from the last.
Oh,
My first and last mile were both 6 minute 20 something, but like the miles in between were slower.
uh-huh.
And I could tell that they were. But from 4 to 5, I was just counting to four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on my steps, like
Yeah.
until I got to 5, and
Oh,
then I was like, I'm fine, I'm fine.
yep. Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
taking away from thinking and just thinking about my body instead of thinking
Hmm.
about everything else, like
That's
stones
smart.
and why it's so hot and yeah.
Yeah. I have a marathon this weekend and I'm like mentally preparing for mile 21. Like that to me is where I did the LA marathon, which earlier in March, and I
Yeah.
like mile 20 hit me like a full things of like shit and bricks. It was
Yeah.
insane. You turn left, you go up a hill, and it's quiet because it's kind of this like it used to be to Santa Monica, it used to end in Santa Monica, but
Oh, right.
now they had to change it. They had to go up and then circle back down and then come down, and no one sets up anything on that little like branch. And
Right.
so mile
So
20, I'm dead. Like I'm like, oh my God. I can't eat any of my gels because I couldn't go to the bathroom before, TMI. But like I was just, what the fuck am I doing with my life? What have I done to myself? and you just gotta hang in there. And it was the same
Yeah.
thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I was
Yeah.
trying to count the signs on the side of the road. Like, oh, there's
Oh,
one.
okay, yeah.
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 But
Counting things sometimes can
yeah.
help. If there is a lot of them. If there's not,
Yeah.
yeah, looking around like, where's the next sign?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but
Yeah.
yeah,
That's crazy. So we chatted a bit about how like maybe a race for you on your bucket list is the London Marathon.
yeah.
So since you're enjoying, the fruits of your labor of your 120 PB, do you think you'll have? You mentioned there's a qualifying race that you're gonna
Yeah,
train
so
for.
in there's the good for age, which gets you into the London Marathon. So if you
Right.
do 1:45 or under in any marathon, that is like approved. So it's like an
Okay.
actual race, affiliated race. Then that gets you like automatic entry, like into the ballot. But um, there's this other like entry called a championship entry, which I've never heard of until I posted my results. And a friend of mine replied like, "Oh my god, championship time! You smashed it!" And I was like, "Hi, what are you on about?" Um,
What is
and
this?
I was like, "Yeah," I was like ignoring everybody because I was like out for food with my family afterwards, and I was
Uh-huh.
like ignoring my messages. And I saw that one, I was like, everyone. I was like,
There is a championship match.
like, stop talking. Like, I am reading, be quiet. So I was going through reading this, and uh, she basically explained that if you got sub 128 as a female, then you got automatic, like, no questions asked entry into the London Marathon. So you can't qualify for London Marathon without doing a marathon. But if you do a half and it's sub 28 for females, I think it was sub 14 for males, but sub 28 for females, then you got automatic entry. So I'm like reading this and I'm like, oh, I've not, I've just got a PB, but I actually think I've qualified for London Marathon. And like qualifying for London Marathon, it's not like everybody's dream, but it's one of them where I really, really want to do it. I really just want to do
Yeah.
London Marathon. Like I've seen these events and like I've seen all the videos and I've seen like TikToks. I've spoken to my parents who have done it. Like the atmosphere just seems unmatched like for a UK event, and it just seems incredible. Like so, if that is the case, which I am gonna email because I do want to find out,
Yes.
but if that is the case, then I'll be absolutely buzzing. And if not, then next year, Manchester Marathon, I'll have to um, qualify that way and just do the
Okay.
Manchester one and then do London the following year, which will be 2025.
Okay.
Um, but
Fingers
fingers
crossed.
crossed it's for next year. Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah, because you got what? Would you get 127.20?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. You gotta let me know if you that. Oh my God, I'm rooting for you. Holy shit. That'd be so cool. You just gained the whole
Hopefully.
year.
I know that'll be it as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always kick myself for not taking it a little bit more seriously earlier, um,
Mm-hmm.
because I just ran to run for for a year, and then
Yeah.
did one race and was like, oh, I'm actually not that bad actually at
No, you're
this.
fucking good, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I
Yeah.
can work a bit harder and see what I can do.
That's
Um,
awesome, man. Congrats. Shit. That's so awesome.
but
So,
Berlin's on there too.
so
Berlin's on
yeah,
there.
so London, Berlin. I've heard, and I didn't really, and this is to my what's the word? Where it's like, I don't know, ditzy, that's the term. I don't know. So Tokyo, like the what is it, the six world majors? So there's
Yeah,
Berlin, London, Chicago, New York, Boston, Tokyo.
I think so.
I think so too.
I'm pretty sure it's Tokyo. I've heard a lot of people speaking about the Tokyo.
I bet that's pretty. Whew.
Yeah,
Like so, like the most peaceful marathon. I don't know, probably not. I don't think there's such a thing as a peaceful marathon, but if there was, I think it'd be in Japan. It'd be in Tokyo. Like the
yeah,
bonsai trees, the blossoms. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm going off on a
You're
tangent.
making me want to do it
You're gonna
now.
research it now.
I know.
Oh,
Be my
damn.
next obsession.
So for those who want to start running, so I have this question, then we'll go into rapid fire questions, which is a fun little bit. So for those who are intimidated by running, want to get started, don't know where to start, throughout your journey, what's your recommendation?
Like, honestly, like, just go and
Mm-hmm.
you will enjoy it, but just don't go too far too quick. Don't try anything silly. Like, just
Yeah.
if you want to run and then walk, run and then walk. If you want to run a bit, walk the rest of it and give up, that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's just about getting out the door and getting over that first obstacle. I think that, like, people have this idea of like what they look like when they run, and like, honestly, if like I say it to like people around me and friends all the time who want to like do a run, they're like, oh, I would, but one of my friends literally said to me this weekend, oh, I'd love to run, but like, you know what I run like, and I'm like, no, I don't. She's like, yeah, do
What do
you
you
not
run?
remember? I run like a chicken, and I was like, right. I was like, right, but nobody else thinks that but you. I was like,
No.
everybody who is out for a run or everybody who's out for a walk is thinking about themselves more than they're thinking about you. Like, this one insecurity that you have, they're
Yeah.
thinking about their insecurity as well. They're not thinking about yours. Like, so just go and do it and you'll enjoy it. And yeah, I think there's like a mental block or a barrier of like, I can't do that. Like, oh, I don't look like a runner. I don't. Like, all you have
Mm-hmm.
to do is run and you look like
Yep.
a runner. Like,
Yep.
just don't sprint. Nobody goes out for a sprint.
Right.
We're not going out for a sprint. Like, maybe there's interval training and fartlek, but that's all far. Like, just go out for a run and go
Jog.
with
Yeah.
people and stop if you want to stop, walk,
Yeah.
and then go
Yeah.
again and try. I don't know. I think that it's, I think when you're first starting out as well, just take away distance and just say, oh, I'm going to run for 30 minutes and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to try my best to walk a few times in that 30 minutes and then just go. And a
Yeah.
personal one, I'd urge, don't go on the treadmill, get outside, like
Oh no.
outside. But if that's the way that's going to motivate you because everybody's around you looking at you, then that's what helped me when I first losing weight. But as soon as I went out, that was when I started to appreciate running and enjoy
Mm-hmm.
running, appreciate my body.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. The treadmill, I'm learning to embrace it, especially because I don't have like access to a track. So I'll do like intervals where I'll like take it up a notch. But I don't know. Like treadmills are just, it takes the fun out of it, the sun on your face, the wind on your skin, like the people around you, you moving past things because you're actually running. I don't know. But if it's necessary, then it's necessary. I got you.
Yeah. I used to find that running outside would help me go a little further because I always felt great until 2 miles.
Mm.
And then I used to hate it from then on. So I'd just run 2 miles away because I had to run 2 miles back. Like, I was,
Oh,
then if I walked, it would take me ages. So I had
right.
to run 2 miles back. And that was kind of how I got myself going a little bit further. But I also don't have access to a track, and my neighbours definitely think I'm a lunatic. Like, I'm like sprinting around this one pond in the middle, round and round. They must think, what is she doing? But
It's all good. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna jump to the rapid fire questions. So this is just kind of like off topic, on topic, just a fun little
okay.
icebreaker way for people to get to know you a bit better. Okay. What is the best advice you've ever received?
Oh God.
I know that's
Like,
a hard one.
be yourself. Has to
Hmm.
be. Yeah.
I like that.
Be yourself.
Be
Like,
yourself.
you're with you forever. So just be yourself and love yourself. And yeah, probably that.
Oh, that was such a nice add-on. You're with you forever. Shit. Wow, wait a minute. You mic drop the crap out of that. Okay. What is your go-to or your favorite running shoes? And it can switch, but at the moment.
At the minute,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go with the shoes that I just PV'd in, aren't I? Because it's gonna have to be the Nike Vaporfly.
Okay.
Yeah, but easy day running, Hocker, Clifton
Okay.
mines.
Okay. Yeah. Those are good. I recommend those. I have Achilles tendonitis, so I can't wear those, but I did start my running journey when I was doing like 3 or 4. They're so comfy. They're so
Yeah,
nice. Oh, okay. What's your must-have or your go-to snack?
must have snack is bagels.
Oh,
I must eat a bagel before my race. I actually can't. To the point where we went to Tesco Express at like 10:30 p.m. because I realised I only had one, and I was like, I need two. I have to have two. Um,
gotta love it.
yeah,
Damn. All right. Do you put like peanut butter? Is it just butter?
it's jam,
Jam?
jam. Yeah,
Jam. Oh,
it's jam. Yeah, but I
okay.
don't eat that ever for breakfast unless it's a race
That
or
makes
for
sense.
a long run.
Yeah, yeah.
Not nutritional
Got
enough
you.
for a breakfast.
It's a great carb load.
It
Okay,
is.
yeah. Okay. 3 more questions. So what do you think as you're pushing yourself through this run journey, what has been driving you to be better? Is there aspiration or inspiration?
I think it's surprising myself and just not knowing
Mm,
actually what am I actually capable of, because yeah, I think you can do anything if you work hard enough, but I think that every time I do something I feel like I could have worked harder and I'm still like, how far can I go? So
yeah.
probably growth would be the thing. Like
Ooh,
knowing I'm growing, yeah.
I like that. Okay. What is one thing that you want listeners to know about you? I know.
Um that I feel like running's actually changed me as a person. That
Oh,
might be something that people would care about to know. Uh,
yeah.
like I think that I'm so much more comfortable in myself, so much more comfortable prioritizing myself, prioritizing my health. It's made me really like grateful for like I speak to people and if they're injured or something, I've just become like really like grateful that I have no injury and that I feel like this.
Yeah.
Grateful I can go out. Grateful I can do this. Yeah, it's made me really grateful. It's made me able to deal with hard situations better.
Yeah.
Um, prioritize me saying no as well. Running's
Yeah.
helped me say no because I can't come out because I need to do this 8 mile run. And
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, prioritizing your own goals. Yeah,
Yeah. Good. That kind of leads us to the last question too. What are 3 things that you're grateful for?
yeah. Okay, health. Health. Bagel. No, I'm joking.
Hey, there's no judgment there.
uh,
None.
yeah, health. Probably my car.
Okay.
Because I not like it's some amazing car, but like without being able to get from A to B all of the time, I wouldn't be able to do any of the amazing things I get to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and my support system. I had my parents, my girlfriend, and about 6 of my friends there at the weekend, and they probably hate me talking about running all of the time, but they were all there. They were all smiling. They were all cheering.
Yeah.
They're all buzzing for me. I think my girlfriend was probably more relieved than buzzing. 'Cause she didn't want to have to deal with me. But yeah, probably that. Also, the
Yeah.
ability to like be able to spread the joy for running and like
Mm-hmm.
the joy of pushing yourself and growing. Yeah, probably.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was awesome. All right. Well, that's it. We're wrapping up. Finished
Okay,
it.
perfect.
Crushed it, mate.
Oh,
All
but
right.
thank you for having me on.
Of course. Of course. Thanks for joining all the way from England.
And